How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Wow.
Uh, I watched Blood and Honey last week, and it was a ton of fun. Definitely exceeded my expectations. The I saw it in a small theater in Houston called Star Cinema. The
Yeah,
entire crowd loved it from start to
brilliant.
finish.
Wow. That's really
So
cool.
so first up, I want to know, how did you get involved with the project? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So a couple of years back, I started doing some extras work, various different productions. Then I came across a casting call from Jagged Edge Productions for a film which is just there called The Area 51 Incident. Um, yeah, so I got on board with them, had a little feature role in that. And then after that, a few months went by and I said to them, what you got coming up? Do you need any guys, etc.? And they said, yeah, we've got this cool film that we want to do called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So I was like, scratching my head. I was like, okay, right, okay. And they said, we're casting for the lead character of Pooh Bear. Would you be interested? So I said, oh, right, okay, yeah, send me the script and I'll have a read and see what I think. So they sent that over. And straight away, I was hooked. So I was like, yeah, you know what, this is going to be really good fun. Where are you ever going to see this sort of stuff happen? So yeah, I was on board from the start. So yeah, it's great.
So yeah, when you got the script, were you surprised that it was like even being discussed? Like that had to have been like a weird moment to like even just get the script and be reading through it, because these are like
Yeah,
obviously childhood favorites.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, when I got the scripts, even at first, I thought, is this actually allowed to be done?
Yeah.
And then they explained about public domain, etc. Uh, and then I thought, yeah, you know what, this is going to be something because you're turning a lovable childhood character into a deranged serial killer. So yeah, it was intriguing.
Well, speaking on that, I know Reese has he's been getting death threats have because of the success of the film. You know, I think it's a really annoying personally when people say, you're ruining my childhood. That's just one of those things that like bothers me as someone that does watch a lot of films. I was curious as to if you've been getting any similar messages or similar experiences.
Yeah, I've had a few. I mean, Reese has bore the brunt of it
Yeah.
himself, but I've had the odd one here and there, the odd snipes, and basically they're from middle-aged older people saying you're ruining my childhood. It's like, well, your childhood's long past as
Yeah.
mine, so how am I ruining it? And I mean, I respect everyone's opinion; they're entitled to that, but it just comes down to choice. You either watch it or you don't. Really, this is for not for the kids. This is for the adult generation who are horror fans.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you kind of touched on it a little bit with Area 51. Oddly enough, I just picked that up. I picked it up Sunday, so day before
Right.
yesterday. And you've worked with Reese before. How would you describe his style? Does he stick to the script, or does he change things on the fly? What's it like working with him?
Yeah, no, it's great working with him. Yeah, he will change things on the fly where he sees necessary, but he knows exactly what he wants and exactly how he wants it to look. So it's really cool working with him because you always know what you're doing and what he wants and how he wants it done. So it works really well.
And kind of jumping off that, did you worked on Area 51, and that's aliens. This is a whole different beast. Is was it different? Like, did you guys feel different on set? Jumping from dinosaurs, aliens, those types of things to like now we're putting on these masks. Was it did y'all feel the love amongst
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cast?
yeah. It was definitely a different feeling. There was a really good vibe, good buzz on set. Just doing this, especially when me and Chris put our costumes on and our masks for the first time, and we come out and everyone was like, "Wow!" It's like, and then the smoke machines were on, and it was all dark and gloomy in the forest. So yeah, it was really really good fun.
And like, speaking of the buzz, obviously this trailer went insane viral. I think it was about, I mean, it's still going on now, but that initial week, I couldn't log into anything without seeing this.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, kind of going from working in, background to now, you're being tagged in everything.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, when the trailer dropped, even when the first images
Yeah.
came out, uh, the internet went absolutely wild. I woke up one morning and I had hundreds and hundreds of notifications on my phone, social media, emails, messages. So I was like, whoa! And you had, massive, massive companies and brands talking about it. Rolling Stone magazine, CNN, Variety, to name a few. Dread Central. It was, yeah, it was insane. I enjoyed it though. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, and then jumping from that, you get the immediately announcement that it's going to be a theatrical release. Were you guys expecting that? Was that the plan from the beginning?
Well, no, we wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, this was originally going to be a straight to DVD or VOD movie, but then as soon as the internet blew up for it, we were like, "Wow, okay." So we got some additional funding, done some reshoots, and then had the announcement that it was going to be a theatrical release, and we were all blown away. That was the best possible thing you could have hoped for actors at a movie company. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I read that the initial shoot was like 10 days.
Yeah.
And then y'all went back. So how many days did y'all go back for?
About another four, I
Okay,
do believe. Yeah, yeah, with the reshoots, yeah, and the pickup
awesome.
shot.
Let's talk about the suit and the mask a little bit. Was it difficult to perform in that? Move the mouth, those types of
Yeah,
things?
yeah, it was it was very challenging actually. Yeah, it's a very tight fit. So once it's on your head, your head movements, it's really hard because your face would slip in the mask a bit. So you're trying to turn your head, but then your vision's gone. I had one issue where it would drop down over my eyes, so I wore a thermal hat underneath the mask just to build up a layer so it wouldn't keep slipping down. But then that ramps up the heat inside the mask.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the mouthpiece, yeah, moving that was it was challenging at times, but we overcame it.
Yeah, seeing the trailer, I wasn't really sure what to expect with the mouth, and then, I thought the what I got on screen was fantastic. Like it was what a horror fan would love, and expect. I thought you did a great job. Um,
Thank you.
I know someone, on this. I'm in a prop collectors group for Facebook, and I saw one of the masks popped up. Was there multiple masks, or was there just one mask, or did you take one?
I've got one myself. Yes, I've got one here. I've got the whole costume actually.
Nice.
There was two other masks that we wore on set. So we had a one we called a clean mask for scenes where there wasn't blood and honey on it, and then we had the what you call it, the action mask,
Yeah.
where you've got all the blood and honey and the dirt on it. So yeah, there were two used.
That's cool. Yeah. And with these types of productions, there's always stuff that gets left on the cutting room floor. Was there anything particular that maybe didn't make it to the final cut?
Uh, there was a few scenes cut, yeah. Nothing major, but I think it was just to keep the runtime down to what we wanted, and keep the oh, trying to think of the word now, the the production value as high as we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were a couple of little bits cut out here and there, but nothing too major.
Yeah, that was one thing I talked with my wife about once we finished watching it. I really enjoyed the pacing. Like you get the introduction and then immediately it just goes, goes, goes. I mean,
Yeah,
there's lulls to kind of, tell the story, but a lot of these like indie productions, there's a lot of filler. And with this, it didn't really feel like there was much filler. I was engaged the entire movie, which I think that says a lot about not only the cast but the crew as well. I thought it was you could tell you guys were having fun, which I think
yeah.
is really cool. Um, one thing I'm really curious about, and I just want to get your opinion. Piglet is able to die, but Pooh seems to have superhuman strength. Was there any explanation as to why Piglet can die? but Pooh cannot.
Ah, but who says Piglet's dead?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, because
Yeah, yeah. Who's, he could be dead, he could be alive. That's We'll leave that to your imagination for the sequel.
yeah, and speaking of the sequel, have you got a script? I don't want to pry too much, but I was curious as to if how where's production as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's being worked on still at the moment. Reese is involved in carrying on with that, getting that sorted out, and then I think possibly we might start shooting this summer, depending how their schedule goes with the other bits and
Yeah.
pieces they're doing. But yeah, it's in the works. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I want to mention also what you have next. The house that Zombies built is in production, and you play a zombie Easter bunny. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Roger the Zombie Easter Bunny.
Are you? Yeah. So it's a very lateral role, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you tell us about that one?
I can't actually tell you too much about. That's all, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a different role to obviously the Winnie the Pooh role, and a lot shorter. I didn't have large scenes in that, but yeah, I really can't say anything about that. So you just have to wait until that comes out, and then I can discuss that a bit more with you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Winnie the Pooh, is there anything that maybe you want to say to the viewers that are on the fence about seeing it? Like, I know that I've been selling it, but let's hear it from the bear's mouth.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can read the reviews. The critics are having a field day, which they always do. But this is made for your genuine horror fan who wants to, you've had a heavy, hard day at work. You just want to have some fun, go and see a movie, and something that you haven't got to take too seriously, and just want to have a good time. And this is what we were trying to do for people. So yeah, I mean, people that are sitting on the fence, I wouldn't listen to everybody and read the reviews. Go and watch it, make your own mind up, and I'm sure you'll have a good time and a good laugh seeing it with your friends. And where else are you going to see Winnie the Pooh and Piglet running around killing people? so, yeah, just go and see it. You'll have a good time.
Excellent, man. Well, the floor is yours. Is there anything you want to mention? Where can people follow you? Have at it.
Yeah, just my Instagram account, which is Craig David Dowsett. And that's all my social media at the moment. I might join TikTok soon. I'm not very with it with social media, so I'm I'm a bit, yeah. I'll get there on TikTok and Twitter eventually, but yeah, just for now it's Instagram at Craig David Dowsett.
Excellent, man. Well, thank you for your time. Here at CineDump, we let the doers know how they're doing. And Craig, you are doing just fine. This was an extreme pleasure. I can't wait to see what happens next. And I will be watching Area 51 this week, and I'll let you know what I think.
Great, lovely. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take care.